Hello, Andrew Gallegos here, loan officer with New American Funding, having a conversation today with Casey Baker, real estate agent at the Station Real Estate Company. Now, Casey, 2022 has been a very interesting year. We've seen a lot of changes in the housing market. I want to ask you a question that a lot of people are curious about. Is it currently a buyer's market or a seller's market?
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. That's a great question, and we have seen a lot of changes. Earlier in the year, in January of 2022, we like to look at what we call month supply of inventory. Month supply of inventory takes the inventory of homes that are for sale and the buyer habits and kind of condenses them down into one statistic. The number we like to see is 4-month supply, meaning that if no more homes go on the market today, how long would it take for all those homes to be sold? A balanced market is at 4 months, and in January, we were at 0.4 months, meaning it would take 2 weeks for every home that's listed for sale to be sold. That statistic tells you the market was very seller favoring. Now we fast forward to today. Currently, statewide, we're at 1.7 months, meaning 7 weeks it would take for every home to be sold, but we're still well below that threshold of the 4-month supply. So we're still very much favoring sellers, but buyers have more negotiation power right now. We know interest rates are up, but sellers are offering seller concessions. Homes are sitting on the market for upwards of 30 days. We have over 40% of homes getting price reductions from their initial list price. So buyers have a lot more leverage, but we still are in what we consider a seller's market by the data. So when we have buyers, we want to hook them up with someone like you, Andrew, who knows how to navigate this situation. So what do you do for your buyers right now to help them find success in this market?
Well, I think education is really important. And like you mentioned, making sure to lay out the benefits. And I've got a couple benefits of buying right now in this market. The first one, and you alluded to it, buyers can now get the seller to pay their closing costs. And what that means is their cash at closing is going to be less. And then potentially their interest rate is going to be lower because the seller can pay those closing costs to buy the interest rate down. Now, the other benefit that I wanted to mention is that in that low interest rate market that we just came out of, in order to get an offer looked at, let alone accepted, a buyer had to offer way above list price and typically had to waive the contingencies on the contract. Well, now they don't need to do that. So buyers do have some more leverage, and so they're more protected in a lot of ways as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. And when we look at another statistic we like is the percentage of list price. So when the home goes on the market, what did it actually close for? What did someone buy it for? And when we go back and look in April of this year, we were 105%. So statewide, you were at least 5% above that list price and probably the market value. But today we're down to 96.5%. So homes are selling below list price because there aren't as many buyers driving up the price through these bidding wars. So we're actually seeing a lot of success for our buyers right now, even with high interest rates.
Leverage for buyers is a good thing. Like you mentioned, it's still a seller's market, but buyers definitely have more opportunity right now.
Absolutely. And we all wish we had the crystal ball to be able to look into the future and know what was going to happen. But if interest rates come down or the general populace becomes accustomed to these interest rates, people need to move. People are going to be buying houses. And when we hit the spring of this year, a lot of projections is that we're going to have more buyers in the market. We're going to get back in a more competitive situation than we currently are in. So right now might be a great time to avoid the competition, get the price and the terms you want without having to battle against other buyers in the market.
Great point. And do know too that when you get a mortgage, typically there's no prepayment penalties on those. So if rates do drop over the next year or two, you could refinance into a lower interest rate, not pay any prepayment penalties. And a lot of lenders will also do some sort of a discount or a benefit if you buy right now, like we do. If you buy right now and rates are a little bit higher, if rates drop over the next few years, when you do refinance, we would hook you up on the closing costs, and that would benefit buyers as well.
Absolutely. And then I've heard it from a few people is that you marry the mortgage and you date the rate, right?
And divorce the rent.
There you go. So all of this, it all goes hand in hand, right? So if you can save some money now by getting seller concessions, having sellers pay for rate buy downs and things like that, you could probably save a lot of money in the long run by avoiding the competition and then just refinancing that rate, date it, and get a new one when things get better.
100% agreed.
Well, Andrew, I appreciate your time and letting us get a little bit of your insight onto this stuff. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or anyone here at the Station Real Estate. And then Andrew over where he's at for any of your financing questions. We're open books. We love teaching people. We love giving you guys resources. So if you just have questions, reach out to us on our socials or phone numbers or emails or whatever is easy for you. We don't do smoke signals too much, but sometimes we do.
Sometimes we do. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Thanks.